Hey you guys, it is Crystal Michelle. It is March the 7th, 2019. If you were new here, I had a laminectomy, microdisectomy on level L4L5 back in April of 2015. So I am 4 years post-op. I did re-herniate 3 weeks ago. Well, actually almost 4 weeks ago as of Monday with a sneeze. I had a sinus infection and I sneezed and I blew out the disc. Very random. I guess if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I do have degenerative disc disease on those levels, L4, L5, and I was told that I needed another microdiscectomy and laminectomy on L4, L5. So I go in for surgery tomorrow. I have to be there at 5 a.m. My surgery starts at 6 a.m. I'm not sure in the previous video if I talked about my pre-op appointment. I went in for my pre-op appointment last Friday to do all of my blood work, and then also I went into my surgeon's office to talk to him about the procedure and what is going to go on. This herniation is a little bit different than last time. Yeah, it's a little bit different than last time. I do remember, I've watched all my previous videos. I do remember that I was in pain before, but my pain was kind of hit or miss. When I was in pain, I was in excruciating pain. It was the electric shock that you feel down your body. If you have this issue, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It did affect my left leg last time. This time it is my right leg. Not only is it my right leg, but the pain is a lot different. The pain is constant. I have those electric shocks every once in a while, but the pain now is more of like an aching, throbbing pain, and it's on the opposite leg, which is my right leg and my right butt cheek. My butt cheek doesn't hurt nearly as bad as my right leg does. So I went in for my pre-op appointment last Friday to talk to my surgeon, and he kind of gave me 3 situations that may happen. Situation 1 is that I go in, they get in there. He always kind of refers to it kind of like a rock being in your shoe. He's going to go in there, cut out the rock, take it out, suture me up or glue me up, and basically I'll be good. The second thing is that since this is a re-herniation and I have a lot of scar tissue from my previous surgery, that the herniation, it's on the opposite side that I re-herniated last time. So with that being said, there's a lot of scar tissue and it's connected to the dural or the dura sac. The dura sac is also what holds your spinal fluid. So he's basically saying that scar tissue is really hard to work with. The dural sac or the dura sac, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, is like the consistency of the membrane of an egg. So it's very, very thin. He said hopefully he can go in there and the herniation comes out in one piece. There are situations to where the herniation has been in there a long time, which mine hasn't been, I don't think, or I haven't had any pain for that long, to where they do have to take it out in pieces. And at that point, we do run the risk of anywhere between 25 to 35% chance of me having a dural tear. What that means is when they tear, if the dural tears or the dura tears, spinal fluid then leaks in your body. If spinal fluid leaks in your body, the symptoms are blurred vision, double vision, and massive headaches. If when they're in there, they basically see that this has happened and they do patch it up, they can use a blood patch. And to my understanding, it's not life-threatening or anything like that, but they do have to patch you up and you do have to stay an extra couple of days in the hospital, and it comes with blurred vision and bad headaches, and you just have to lay flat for a couple of days. The third option that they basically gave me is, since I do have degenerative disc disease, when you do have a laminectomy, microdiscectomy on the same level, they do have to go in there and they have to cut the bone a little bit. They have to chip the bone off to go in, and get to the other side to take out the herniation. Since I've already had a microdiscectomy at that level, if he goes in there to chip off the bone and the bone deteriorates or more bone comes off, then it becomes an emergency fusion. You need 50% of your disc level to have a stable spine. So if he doesn't have that much bone left, then he will have to do an emergency fusion, which scares the shit out of me. So that's kind of the three options that they basically gave me. I am a Christian. I am trying to put all of my positive faith in the Lord and knowing that he already has my story written to where he's going to go in there, things are going to go as planned, and he's going to be able to get my disc out in one piece and it's going to be good. But I am an overthinker. And so it really sucks knowing that there are three options that could happen when I get put under, and I have no control over it at all. So I'm a lot scared, if I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a lot scared just because, the procedure before, back in 2015, he assured me that it was a simple procedure. He did, he's done 5,000 of them. He's going to go in there and take it out and be completely done with it. This time it just kind of poses a little bit more of a risk of other things happening. Which is really scary. It's kind of like your friend coming up to you and basically saying they have something to tell you, but they can't tell you until Friday, and they tell you, a week in advance. Some people can make that out of sight, out of mind, and me, I tend to overanalyze it and dissect it into something it's probably not. So that's kind of where I am at this point. So I have surgery tomorrow morning at, like I said, I have to be there at 5, and I have surgery at 6. My pain is constant at this point, so I know that I'm making the right decision. I did take a bath the other day, and when I got out of the bath, I freaked out because I could not feel my toes on my right foot at all. I could move them, but if I rubbed them on the carpet, they were completely numb. I do have more numbness in my right leg, which also assures me that I'm making the right decision. I know a few people have messaged me on here saying that they have herniations and they're contemplating having surgery and they don't know if they want to or if it's the right decision and things like that. I promise you, once you get to the point of surgery, there's no thinking that it might be or might not be, because you'll be in so much pain at that point. You're like, okay, you do what you got to do, or somebody go grab me a knife because I'm going to cut my leg off. That's kind of where you get before, your surgery happens. I did go ahead and go get a grabber, which I think is super important. I used that last time. And then I also did get a toilet extension. One of the toilet chairs, like potty chairs or whatever, that have the bowl on the bottom. Well, you can take the bowl off and just set it over your toilet so it gives you a higher thing. Because I do remember last surgery, it was really a difficult task to sit on the toilet. Also to do the log roll. If you drop anything on the floor, then that's basically gone for the rest of your life. You just leave it there. It's, it's not yours anymore. So I did get it, or my husband did get me a grabber, so that's going to help a whole lot too. I do have the support of my family. My husband has been amazing. My children are a lot older now, so before I think they were 3, 6, and 7 maybe, and now they're 15, almost 14, and 10. So as far as the meal planning and prepping and things like that, I don't really have to do that this time, just because everybody can wipe their own ass and they're all self-sufficient. I am having my surgery at a surgery center this time instead of a hospital. I am a little freaked out about that. And that is just because of an insurance situation that I kind of got myself into. I'm having to pay cash completely for my surgery, so I had to go somewhere where I could afford the surgery. But other than that, I think I'm just going to pack a small bag. I do recommend after surgery taking 2 pillows with you and your own blanket. The car ride home is a bitch. You wouldn't think so, but getting in and out of your car and having like a curved seat. I don't even have bucket seats. I drive an Explorer. But getting in and out of the car, having your body have that curvature is very uncomfortable. And so the pillows definitely help, keep you stabilized. And also your back brace. Another thing that I wanted to kind of let you guys know that helped me out a lot previously on the surgery is because I know, or if you don't know, keep ice off your back. It causes inflammation. Make sure that or keep heat off your back. It causes inflammation. You're going to want to use as much ice packs as you possibly can. If you will take a rag like a hand rag and wet the rag. Wring it out a little bit, but you'd still do want it pretty wet. And then take a bottle of alcohol and spread it all over the rag. Stick it in a gallon Ziploc bag and freeze it. What this does is, because alcohol doesn't freeze, it kind of makes the ice pack kind of bendable, so you can stick it in your back brace and it kind of forms to your back, and it helps out a whole ton. So I did make 5 of those yesterday, which is good. Other than that, there's no really other news. Just I'm nervous. I've been praying a lot for peace lately. I haven't really cried about it yet. I have had horrible anxiety. If you have anxiety, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Horrible anxiety, just kind of out of nowhere, but I know that there's a lot going on, so that's pretty much where it's coming from. I am scared, but I think that that's human nature to be scared. I'm going to be put to sleep and somebody's going to cut my back open. So I'm pretty sure that it's pretty normal and natural to be scared. Other than that, I am ready to be on the other side of this. I'm ready to be on the healing side of this. I healed really well last time. I'm praying and knocking on wood that I'm going to heal just as good after this surgery. The next step is I'm hoping that this surgery lasts me forever. If it doesn't, I can't have another microdiscectomy. I'm not going to have any more disc left or enough disc left, and so they will have to do a fusion. So other than that, I just wanted to kind of come in and check in with you guys. I wish that YouTube would give you a different option that, like, I barely see anybody's comments. So if I haven't responded to your comments, just know that it never lets me know anybody comments. So I have to like really dig through it. But yeah, so that's it. And I will update you guys after my surgery. That's so freaking weird and scary that I'm having surgery tomorrow, but I will update you guys after my surgery and let you know how it goes, let you know how I'm doing, and we'll just go from there. So if you are the praying type, if you could just throw me some prayers, that would be amazing. Some love, some light, some prayers for healing, and prayers for the anesthesiologist and the doctor that's doing the operation on me to do it perfect. All right, you guys. Well, I hope that you'll have a great day, and I'll see you on the other side of this back bullshit.